Welcome back to episode 3 of the Jeremy Arel podcast featuring D'Lo Atkinson once again for episode 3. And we also have another special guest, Josiah Grant, coming in for his second appearance. D'Lo, this is episode 3. How we feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. It's March, it's that time of the season for basketball.
Episode 3.
March Madness. It's episode 4.
Yeah, I'm tweaking.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Because I forgot. It's been a while, but it's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's that time of the season. Playoffs about to start for NBA.
Mm-hmm.
March Madness is about to happen. Actually, today is starting right now. So, hey, this is a good month of basketball. So I can't wait.
Very great month of basketball. And you said it correctly. So March Madness is starting. It's springtime. We got the NBA coming to an end, coming into playoff time. WNBA getting ready to kickstart in summertime. It's great outside. It's warm. It's not cold anymore. It's great to go outside and hoop. Now we're gonna get started. What you said with March Madness. So as you know, we both of us have yet to even fill out our brackets yet, which we will be doing on the podcast starting today. We'll have our brackets filled out. We'll post it to the Instagram. If you're not following the Instagram, go ahead and do it now. D'Lo and I will be filling out our men's and women's brackets, and a little challenge is going to be added to the list. So what the challenge with being said is the one that has the most amount of incorrect answers for their bracket has to do a punishment. A punishment by choice with the top comment on the Instagram. Whatever the top comment is, we will have to do for both women's and men's. I think there'll be 2 separate punishments, or do you want to just combine it up for most incorrect? You want to combine it, or?
Yeah, let's combine it.
Combine it? All right,
Between the men's and women's, the most incorrect. Yeah, the one gets a punishment. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the deal. We'll shake on it right here live on television. We shook on it. Now, speaking of that, let's go right into our takes. We'll start with the men's. We'll start with men's. We haven't filled out our brackets yet, but let's just go with the knowledge we have now. D'Lo, talk about this men's bracket. We got big names like Cooper Flag. We got a big team in Florida who might be destined to win it all. We got underdogs like Arkansas. What do you feel that's coming in for this March Madness, and who do you have taking it all the way?
This March Madness is actually it's unpredictable. I mean, every March Madness is unpredictable for the men's, but it's like there's teams that you look at like Duke, Auburn, and Florida that are like they've been consistently good all year. Have a good talented roster. Like when they play against teams, they practically blow them out. With that being said, right now I ain't gonna lie, it's between Florida and Duke right now for me. Those are my 2 favorites because you look at Florida. I mean, Florida, they are on a roll. Like they haven't played bad all season. They've been competing with the best of the best in the SEC and stuff like that. They were in the best conference in the in college basketball in the SEC with Auburn's in there, Alabama was in there, like Kentucky's in there. Like they're constantly having to play high competition day in and day out. Yeah. So with Duke though, I ain't gonna lie. You look at Duke's roster, like starting 5 in the bench. They literally won the ACC championship without their best player for 3 games. Like, and don't get me wrong, as a North Carolina fan, that hurt me. That really hurt me because we lost by 2 points against them. But that team is so talented and well-rounded. Like they have scores on and off the bench. They are well defensive-minded team. It's just like Duke really, and they have size. Their point guard is 6'7". They have Cooper Flag, Isaiah Evans off the bench, dropping like 20 points. Like that's crazy. Like they just have a well-rounded roster. So yeah, I think Florida and Duke are like my favorites. The underdogs for me might be Clemson. People gotta look out for Clemson. Clemson is a good little underdog team. Clemson, Creighton, and I will say, I don't know if they count as underdogs, but Tennessee, Clemson, Creighton, and Tennessee, they are low key like they dark horse teams. So yeah, so those are the teams that I think people should, not look over because they can pull up an upset in any time during the 3/16 round of 32 and stuff like that.
So
But
who do you
don't count
think is?
UNC out.
Don't count UNC. They shouldn't even be there. UNC shouldn't even be there. They don't. They shouldn't even be there.
All right.
Now,
Right.
D'Lo.
I don't know why they're there. That's a charity pick. West Virginia should have made it, but
Yeah, UNC shouldn't have made it. That was a little, that was. I don't even know what to call that. They shouldn't even be there.
Hey, the only teams we lost to in the past month was Duke. That was
True.
the only team we lost to.
That's
we
true.
went on like a 10, 12 game winning streak.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Now, D'Lo, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you, D'Lo. Who is your team that you think that's coming into this this tournament with probably gonna be that's coming into this tournament that has a big name but that will be an upset sometime into this tournament? Who do you think that team will be?
I think it's gonna be Auburn.
Auburn.
Yeah.
You got the Auburn.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be
Yeah.
a short run or maybe long into the tournament?
I'll give them like two. I'll give them like 2 wins. Like they're gonna win the round of 64. They're gonna win 32. But the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 are going to be very tough for them
I
because
agree.
their side of the conference, their bracket, their region is really tough. Same thing with Duke, but with Duke, they play the tougher. They might have to play that tough team like at the Elite 8, like the game before the Final Four, and I feel like they have enough experience to just make the Final Four if they play the second seed or third seed. But Auburn could be in trouble because no matter what seed they are, second, third, fourth, fifth, they are really tough teams in
I
that side
agree.
of region. So
That
that's gonna
region
be
is
Auburn.
tough. That region is tough. I think Bama's gonna be the one to go. I think Bama would be the one to go.
Bama.
I do think Florida will make a big run. Florida might take this thing. They might take it all. Florida might take it all, or we'll see Florida and Duke in the top. But out of that conference, give me 1 second. A team to look out for.
Now that Jeremy's finally gone,
A team to look out for. A
It's
team to
mine.
look out for.
my show.
Yeah. A team to look out for, the 11th seed, VCU. Max and Zeb Jackson going far. We might go to the Elite 8 this year. We might go to the Elite 8. Better watch out for VCU. We're going far this year. We took down George Mason, in a thriller, and I think we're gonna go far this year. So hopefully, speaking that, this dude, what you mean no? What you mean no?
Bro, they about to lose, bro. They suck.
Hey, Jeremy, if you got a team making it, you better have them making it all the way, not the Elite 8.
We are not going all the way. We are not going all the way. We are not going all the way.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. Y'all losing to BYU today.
BYU.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you who's really
BYU.
gonna win it all. Xavier. I'm sorry. I'm trolling.
yo, get this guy off my podcast, man.
I got Duke.
Duke
they're
going?
the number 1 seed. They're like what? 20. They finished like 28 and what, like 3, something like that. I mean, I got Duke. I mean, they're unstoppable.
You got
Right
Duke.
now.
So if it's Florida and Duke in the final, who you got? You got Duke?
I got Duke.
Did you make your bracket?
Yo, Devin, who you got?
Y'all want to know who I got?
Who you got, bro?
Who you
He
say?
said High Point.
High Point.
He said High Point.
All right, so shifting gears here from the men's league, we're going to the women's side of basketball, which is the women's bracket for college basketball. You already know it's big. Women's college basketball is a huge topic, and we see a lot of storylines develop. D'Lo, who do you got winning it all for the women's side?
UConn.
UConn. Paige Buckners or Bukers?
Smart man.
Yeah, I would have went with Juju, but she don't got a team around her for real, bro. She the only one. You can. It's gonna be. Look.
Face up from the camera, Jeremy.
Look, bro. Look. Juju is the best women's player in the whole women's college basketball right now. I know that. But when she don't have a supporting cast, it's gonna be hard for her to win the whole thing. And it's not because I'm doubting her ability, no. But it's like
UConn's just nice, like all around.
they're just nice, and they have that championship pedigree. I mean, I know it's been a while since they won, but like
They've still been on a run throughout the
they
year.
still right.
They had the what's her name? I don't know. She like 6'4". She got injured. I mean,
Yeah, she got hurt. Yeah, and I think I don't know because this is. I look at that UCLA game during the conference final, like that put a lot of things in perspective. Like if Juju don't have the game that we know Juju can do, they are going to lose the game if she don't go off. Like she needs that. She needs somebody on her team that can like step up to be that like person. If Juju needs somebody to get a bucket for her, because they're going to be sending double teams, traps, everything at her. She's going to need somebody like that could take the pressure off her, so she can be great. Because I look all year round, she's been great. I'm not questioning Juju at all. It's just the team, and I just think UConn is finally like I think it took them a while because I'm not gonna lie. A few years ago, they got humbled. They haven't really been in a They haven't been in a like championship game since they got humbled a few years ago. So I think this is like their like way to get back to where they're like usually like at national champions #1.
I agree. I mean, I agree with what you said about USC not having a supporting cast to help Juju Watkins. I agree. I think USC is going to go all the way. I think they're going to go all the way and win. I think this is the year, a bad year for Juju Watkins. I mean, Juju Watkins is arguably one of the greatest women's college players to ever touch a basketball. She's arguably already there, and she's in her sophomore season. I mean, Juju Watkins, fastest player to reach 1,000 points. Fastest women's collegiate player to reach 1,000 points. She has a single game season record for 3 points, which is 9. I mean, she has an historical performance against UCA, which I would love to talk about with D'Lo. D'Lo, you brought up a great point. When this USC team they don't come to play, it's hard for Juju because Juju is the main scorer. She is the guy they look to, she is the girl they look to score the basketball. I mean, that is their #1 option, and that's the person they look for. Now, there is a secondary option, which is Kiki. And Kiki is a great forward that they have. And she is not only a great on offense, but she's a great defender. And what makes Juju so great as a women's player is she is on both sides of the basketball, offense and defense. So stopping her is already an issue itself. And what you said, her supporting cast is she's going to need. And I do believe that since they played USC, it has been a change. There has been a change, and there's a supporting role. They can beat UConn. UConn has a great team, and they have beat UConn this year. Sarah Strong is a great player. I love Sarah Strong. She is a great player for UConn, and Paige is a great player as well. But stopping USC is a challenge. Juju Watkins, you can't stop. You just can't. Unless you triple team her, you can't stop her. Once she got you on that isolation island, you can't stop her, bro. You just gotta pray she misses. Kiki, great. You got Avery Howe, who is a great sniper off the wing, who's a freshman, comes off the bench. You gotta stop her. And Kennedy Smith is such an underrated pick, and I feel like when she comes to play, it's going to be hard to even stop her as well. So I believe USC will go far this year, and I put that on anyone's life that they're going for. Yeah, I put that on your life and your life and your life and your life and your life. USC's winning the chip this year. They're going far, and Juju Watkins will solidify that she's the greatest college player to even touch a basketball. That's facts. This year, if she wins, she's already in the GOAT debate, and she's already having a historic season. 24 in the season, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. What is it? 2 steals, a block. Come on now, that's my GOAT right there.
Yeah, she's great. But what if
Queen.
she gets paired up against UCLA?
We want that matchup. We want them problems. We want those problems. We want those problems.
South Carolina.
We want those problems. You know, Juju Watkins was supposed to commit to South Carolina. She took a visit. And I want that to happen. I want to face South Carolina so South Carolina can know what they missed out on. She couldn't do it last year because her team didn't show up against UConn. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to go up. We want UCLA. We want them. and then we want South Carolina in the chip. That's what we want. We're gonna take it back home to LA. That's what we want. Juju, it's a bad year. It's a bad year. We want those problems. We want those problems. Yep. Juju want them. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want her. She coming down. She's sniping. It's over for y'all. It's over. Over.
If me and Juju 1v1, 11-0, Juju, she's 11-0 Juju.
Oh, I thought you were saying 11. I thought you were 11-0 with her. I'm about to say. I thought he was. I'm about to say. On my life, she cooking me too.
You got a bag, bro. I ain't gonna
She got a
lie.
bag. I saw a thing. She said that Juju compares her game to 4 players: Candace Parker, SGA, Paul George, and LeBron James. And I don't disagree at all. She can isolate like SGA, isolate like Paul George. She's defensive like LeBron James, and she can score at the rim like LeBron. Candace Parker has it's all comparable. That's my GOAT right there. It's my GOAT.
Why don't you say anything about Candace Parker?
I don't really see the comparison with Candace Parker. I really don't.
Neither do I.
I really don't see it. And that's what's said, but I don't see the comparison with Candace Parker. I wanted to bring up a debate topic between Caitlin Clark and Juju, but we could save that for another time. I feel like I'm glazing right now, but we can move on here. So moving on to the NBA, right? Moving on to the NBA, there was another thing that came out about the Dallas Mavericks. So the Dallas Mavericks are actually in a very pivotal spot of their entire franchise. Obviously, we heard about the Luka Doncic trade. Everyone knows about it. Anthony Davis, we know about this. But the injuries, like you said, D-Lo, have hit the franchise hard. And it came out that the Dallas Mavericks might have to start forfeiting games towards the end of the season because they don't have enough players to even fulfill the roster. Well, Jeremy, why don't they start bringing up people from the G League? Those guys are getting hurt too. So,
Jeremy, why don't you start bringing people from the G League?
I just answered. All right. W rage bait. 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 So why don't they start bringing people up from the G League? Because they're getting hurt. So they're starting to forfeit games. D-Lo, Joe, Nico has ruined this franchise. What's your guys' thoughts? And should we have been aware of this happening before the trade even happened, or what are we feeling?
Well, yeah, you go first, Joe. I feel like Joe about to cook. He about to cook. I'm gonna let Joe cook.
First of all, I'm gonna say the obvious. Why would you trade how old is AD? 30 something. He's in his early 30s, but in the basketball world, that's pretty old. Why would you trade a 30-something-year-old for a mid-20s, still in his prime, Luka? It just makes no sense. And I mean, throughout the past probably 3 years, personally, I would say Luka has been the better player over AD. I just don't see why you would even make that trade, even if he's overweight or having problems with injury, because even while having problems with injury, he still played more games than AD, has been more efficient than AD, all that. I mean, Dallas Mavericks really traded away their lottery ticket. I mean, to any hope they had. Ever since then, I mean, I bet the record hasn't been that much, impacted by AD. He's injured right now too, right?
Yeah, and he's starting to come back.
Yeah.
He's just got cleared to play with the G League squad to practice with them, and he's going to come back sooner.
I saw that on Bleacher Report. Yeah, that was great. And then I scrolled down, and then I saw Austin Reeves and Luka. They both went combined for 57, something like that. And yeah, that was just easily the worst trade of all time. I mean, good for the Lakers, the Mavericks GM, count your days. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I hate to mention too, look at Quentin Grimes that they traded away as well. Quentin Grimes is hooping. He's hooping in Philly. They just traded him away this year too.
Hooping. Yeah, I agree with Joe. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be the worst a team that went to the championship. Like this might be the worst downfall of all time. Like this is ridiculous. Like I've never seen a team that went to a championship the year prior just all around like just crumble. Like this is crazy. They went from a playoff team. Like they look before Luka got traded, right? He was still on the team, but he was hurt. But they were still in the playoff. Like they were 6, 7 seed. They were in the playoffs with Kyrie, and they was dealing with the injury bug then. Now you gave away your franchise player mid-season for injury-prone Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is a great player. Don't get me wrong, but bruh, y'all made a desperate move for no reason. Like, bruh, Luka took you to the championship the year prior, and Luka is going to continue to be great. I just wish they would have been more professional, and instead of trading the guy, they should have communicated their, problems with him, like their concerns. That's your franchise player. Communicate with him. Don't just trade him and then tell everybody in the media, oh yeah, he had a conditioning problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did this in the offseason. Like, bro, that's not professional at all, bro. Now you guys are dealing with all of this stuff with your team. Like, your team, you don't have a team to compete. You don't have a team to play. You have no team to go out there day in and day out because you just limited the players. And that's on the GM. That's bad management. I'm not going to lie. And now the Mavericks fans, I ain't going to lie, they have every right to be upset at their GM and their organization. I would be mad too. If I just went to the finals last year and I'm not even in the playoffs no more, and they don't have a team to compete with, like, at all. Like, oh my God. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that fan base, I feel bad for them. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, their star players can't even play because of injuries. So, yeah, so the Mavericks, I'm not going to lie, I feel bad for Jason Kidd because Jason Kidd is a good coach, very good coach. And he can't really use his knowledge or the coaching skills that I believe he has because the GM and the management failed him. They failed him.
Mm-hmm.
And they traded away good role players and the best player, their franchise player, for a desperate move to try to be on a win-now situation. Now is backfiring again. They're going to have to deal with the consequences. And they're not going to make the playoffs this year, so they're going to have to start, figuring out what they're going to do next year. Are they going to keep AD? They might as well. I mean, you traded away Luka. Keep Kyrie, but you got to build up the role players and everybody else because, I mean, this is ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off of what you have to say, I mean, imagine being in the finals, right? Last season playing against the Boston Celtics in the finals. You come into this season thinking maybe, hey, we could have a big year this year. You're in the playoff race, top 6 seed in the top 6 in the conference. Luka's, is hurt, but it's okay. We still have a chance to go to the finals, make this bonehead decision. And now you are dropping ever so slightly out of the play-in. You were just in the playoffs, now dropping out of the play-in. You're going to be sent home to Cancun this season. But you're not going to have a chance. I mean, to look at even Nico's past, I mean, wow. I mean, his resume is garbage. I mean, look what he's done to this Mavericks team. He's been destroying them since he got in office. I mean, first with Jalen Brunson. Look at him in New York. This guy, Jalen Brunson, played for the Mavericks, and Jalen was willing to re-sign with this team. And he said, no, we don't see you as a fit in our offense. And look at Jalen Brunson now. I mean, star point guard. You could use a star like him. I mean, they lost on Christian Wood. I mean, Christian Wood was producing solid numbers for the Mavericks. You lost out on Kristaps Porzingis, who is now an NBA champion. You lost out now on Luka Doncic, who the biggest option. I mean, we've seen that. And then now you lose out on Quentin Grimes. I mean, wow, that is 5 players who are now playing at an elite level. I mean, Quentin Grimes, he was a solid role player. But look at him now. He's been putting up more than 20 a game. I mean, with Philly. And now you're stuck with Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, this is a garbage roster right now. You only have seven players in this rotation. Got to start forfeiting games. I mean, this is ridiculous from the Dallas Mavericks. Not to mention the Steph Curry deal, but let's not even mention that when he was the Nike rep. I mean, he didn't even get to sign Curry because he didn't want to give Curry a signature shoe. And look at Curry now.
I forgot about that.
Went to Under Armour. I mean,
forgot about that.
Name wrong too.
Yeah, I mean, Nico.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, Nico is probably the worst management that you could even sign, and he's just a curse to a team. So this Dallas Mavericks team, they're cooked. The franchise is cooked, and not even the Secret Service can protect this man because they should be raiding his house right now. He should be done for. They should. It's cooked. This franchise will not recover for another 5 years. You can't recover. You can't recover from this. You can't recover from this. So. Moving on to that, speaking of the playoffs, if the playoffs were today, we can pull up the playoff picture right now. We can pull that up right now. If the playoffs were today. Y'all see my balls? Y'all see my balls?
Oh.
Hey, bro, what you got going on, Jeremy?
I'm trying to. There we go.
How many birds live in your head right now? Like in your hair, how many birds? Like how many eggs are laid in that nest?
Yo, Chad, is he funny?
I mean, there's a reason I have a hood on.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't did the hair yet, bro. I'm about to cut it. I'm low-key about to cut it. No, actually, I'm not gonna cut it because SGA winning the MVP this year, but that's a different debate, different topic for another day. You know what I'm saying? So if the
Joker.
He had 40 on Jokic, but let's just not talk about that, right? Let's not talk about it, right? Let's not talk about it, right? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, he knows what I'm saying. So, if the playoffs were today, right, for Eastern Conference, we got Cavs at the 1, 2 Celtics, 3 Knicks, 4 Pacers, 5 Bucks, Pistons 6, Hawks 7. Playing looking like Magic, Bulls, Heat. So, what we thinking? What we thinking, guys? What we thinking? With the play-in looking like, and in the playoffs, who do we see coming out of the East? Or do we see an upset coming in from the top-seeded teams, or do we see the Cavs taking it all and going out of the East? We'll start with Joe.
I don't want to go with the Cavs, but I mean they're really like cruising right now.
I agree.
I mean, I would say
56 and 13 right now.
Yeah, I would say the Celtics, but I haven't watched them enough. I mean, from what I've seen, it's just like the last time I've seen them, I'm pretty sure is like when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were like, oh, like they were like showboating in front of Cleveland, and then they blew a 22 lead. That's what I do remember. So, I gotta go Cavs. Yeah.
Go Cavs. D-Lo, what you feeling like?
So when it comes to the East, I agree with Joe about the Magic coming out to play in. I would have said the Hawks, but besides their guard play and everything else is not really like Dyson Daniels, Trae Young balling, but everybody else on their team not really like doing it enough for me to put them over the Magic. Because the Magic are just well-rounded.
Interrupt you, D-Lo, but I miss John Collins on the Hawks.
Yeah, he was nice. No, you straight. No, that was a good point.
They kind of got a replacement though with him with Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson's just a younger version of him though.
Yeah. I forgot about Jalen. Jalen's a dog. Jalen's a dog. But the Magic, I like, because Paulo, he's that dude. Paulo is that
P5.
Paulo's that dude. So Magic. Probably gonna make it out to play in.
Bigger LeBron. Hello.
I'm telling you, bro, with a jumper too.
P5 is nice. P5 is nice.
And so with this, who I think is gonna come out like the East for the playoffs to advance to the finals, I think it's gonna be the Celtics again. I'm standing on it because don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the best Cavs team I've seen since 2016. I'm not gonna lie. They're on a roll, and I'm not trying to discredit them at all. But respectfully, I don't think they're ready for the big stage like the finals yet. I mean, if they do make it, I can see them making it. Don't get me wrong, but passing the Celtics with all that experience in that playoffs is going to be a tough task for them. Not saying because look, I ain't gonna lie. The regular season they have proved all of us that they can compete with the Celtics. I just want to see how they're going to compete with the Celtics in the playoffs. Like when the stakes are high, when everything is on the line, I want to see how the Cavs match up with the Celtics. With that, because don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie. Like the Knicks, they don't have a chance, respectfully. Neither the Pacers. Now, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not gonna lie. If they're healthy, if the Bucks are healthy, I ain't gonna lie to you. They can upset somebody. Depending on how the bracket and how it's like the seeding, it's like finalized. If they go against somebody like I don't know. Like if the Bucks go against, I'm not gonna lie. If the Bucks go against the Celtics, that can be a very good series. I'm not gonna. That can go all the way to 7. And look, I know I got Boston to make it out, but look, the Bucks might have to send them to Cancun early. No, I'm not. I'm serious because a healthy Giannis and a healthy Dame is very scary.
Very.
In the playoffs, at that, like it's been a while since we've seen a healthy Giannis in the playoffs, and Dame was all right last year, but he got hurt too. So if they can just figure it out, I'm not gonna lie, they are a dark horse. But like I said with the Cavs, like I'm not trying to discredit them. They lost 13 games the whole regular season. Like that's impressive. I'm happy for the fans because it's been a long time coming since LeBron leaving for them to actually have a nice, solid roster team, this and that. But I just need to see them perform and dominate in the playoffs for me to get them out the East. But yeah, for right now, I got the Boston Celtics making it out the East.
Boston Celtics. I think I agree. I'm gonna piggyback also as well that the Mavericks are gonna come out to play in. I love the Magic. The Magic are a solid team. Just need a little bit more depth to the roster. Maybe add on an additional score, and this team could be a championship team. Maybe come time in a few years. P5 is great. I mean, let alone the fact number 1 seeded team Cleveland Cavaliers took an L to the Orlando Magic with the healthy team. They had all their starters: Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and lost to a healthy Magic team. So, I mean, again, it's regular season basketball. The regular season doesn't matter. So, it come time for playoffs, teams are going to be a lot different than how it is in the regular season. So, I definitely think that it will test this Cleveland Cavalier team. I mean, it's practically almost the same team as last year with a few additions of DeAndre Hunter and and company. But I definitely think it's going to be different, and it comes down to experience. We look at the number 3 team, the New York Knicks. I don't see them going anywhere this year. We see how this team is without Jalen Brunson. They struggled. They were struggling to beat the Portland Trailblazers without Jalen Brunson. This team doesn't have a scorer. I mean, Josh Hart, does Josh Hart things. He's a great guy. He's not a scorer, but he can do things around the basket. Karl Anthony Towns struggles against bigger centers. I mean, he's been struggling since his incident that happened, with his family, that's personal conditions. But since then, he has been struggling. And he's the only primary scorer that's on that team without Jalen Brunson. And this team isn't going to go far. I mean, they have lost to a lot of higher-seeded teams this season. I definitely do agree with you, D-Lo, that the Bucks are going to have a sneaky run in this playoffs. I mean, yes, they have been struggling with, injuries. They struggled in the beginning of the season with injuries or just starting this season off. But again, Giannis in the playoffs is a different person. And we haven't seen a healthy Giannis in the playoffs in a few years. So Giannis and Damian Lillard both healthy playing playoff basketball, that's scary. And that is a scary addition. Kyle Kuzma, that doesn't scare me at all. But Giannis and Damian Lillard, this will be a scary thing. And they probably might go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I would like to agree Boston's going to come out the East. And Boston's the more experienced team. They have a better roster. I mean, 2 role players, Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, dropping 40 on the same game? Yeah, come on. That's 2 role players. That's 2 role players right there. I mean, I just think that's the Cavs have a better record, 56-13, Celtics 50-19.
You said roster.
Oh, roster. Oh, the Celtics have a better roster.
Yeah, between who?
The Celtics and the Cavs. I definitely believe that they have a better roster than the Cavs. The Cavs do not scare me. The Cavs do not scare me at all.
This guy, D-Lo?
The Cavs do not scare me. They don't scare me.
Lie.
Evan Mobley had 3 rebounds against the Magic. He does not scare me at all.
I ain't gonna lie. When Peyton Pritchard is dropping 40 and Derek White,
Nice. But like,
it's just the fact that Tatum and Jaylen Brown are like their best players, and they didn't even have to drop 40 for them to win that. Like,
They do not scare me.
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I've never
do they
seen
still
that
got
like that.
Derek White?
Yeah, they still Derek White. That doesn't.
You're right, Jeremy. You're right.
I think the Cavs the Cavs that come off the bench. Ty Jerome is a great player who comes off the Cavs bench, and he has been hooping this year. He does hoop as a when he comes off the bench behind Darius
Virginia
Garland.
legend, by the way.
Indeed.
Thank you for the natty.
Indeed. But the Celtics have a better roster. They're the best team in the East. So they're going to come out. I definitely do agree with the Magic's take. But a sneaky one that I do believe is sneaky is the Pistons. And the Pistons are sitting at 6, but that is a defensive team. Cade Cunningham, he has a chip on his shoulder, but they lack playoff experience. So the playoffs is different than the regular season. So, but I do agree, the Celtics will come out. But moving on to the other side, the West, the Wild Wild West. So we'll start with you again, D-Lo. What you got coming out the West? I mean, I know your Warriors. They're sitting high at 6. How we feeling?
Hey, hold on. Before we do anything, D-Lo, remember when they were on like a 15-game win streak, something like that? You said something like, they're going to beat the all-time like record, which was like, what, 72-9, something like that? Yeah, that got shut down real quick, buddy. All right.
Wait, you talking about
you were talking to Ant the day Thunder or the Cavs were going against what was it? The Warriors. You're like, we're gonna win, and we might, like get the best record in like NBA history, which was like 70. What's the best record? It's 72-9, right? From like the other Warriors team, something like that.
73-9. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that just didn't happen. What's the record right now, Jeremy?
The Warriors' record right now is 40-29.
Yeah. Yeah, they failed that by 20 games. But yeah,
I mean that ended in the beginning of the season.
I ain't gonna lie. Like as soon as we lost to them, it was over. Because I ain't gonna lie, we had the best record in the league at that time, and then we lost to them. It went. Yeah, we all know what happened. Like we started losing. We had to get Jimmy Butler. Yeah, like the team. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like because we were winning every game. And then the moment we played them dudes, it was over. Like, we went on like a whole losing streak. But, thank God we got Jimmy Butler because Demo's definitely saved our season. I'm not going to lie.
Jimmy has saved the Warriors. He did save the Warriors.
He saved the Warriors bad. I ain't going to lie. But anyways, with the Western Conference, let's see. OKC, Lakers, Nuggets. You know what? I'm doing it. I might sound biased, but the Warriors are making it out the West. I know. It sounds crazy.
No.
Get a load of that guy. Get a load of that guy.
Hear me out.
Yo,
okay.
Devin, you think the Warriors are making it out the West?
Bro, hear me out.
It's not happening.
Hear me out. All right, realistically, if I wasn't being biased right now, I would say either the Thunder.
Wait. Say that one more time.
You heard it right, Jeremy.
No. Wait. Say that one more time.
Thunder, not lightning, all right?
No. Wait.
All right. I said if I'm being like realistic, if I'm not being biased towards my team right now, I'm either getting the Thunder or the Lakers, making it out the West. Only reason why I'm saying Thunder, they are probably the most like consistent team in the NBA right now.
Whole life is consistent. What's that quote again? He said, "My whole life is consistent."
My whole life is consistent.
That's what he said, right? That's what he said, right?
There.
That's what he said, right? My whole life is consistent.
My whole life is consistent. Oh my
Come
God.
on now.
And then his teammates in the back, like, ooh.
Jay Will.
Yeah, he did say that.
Jay Will.
He did say that. He did say that.
So much aura.
I just think the Thunder, I ain't gonna lie, the Thunder are just nice, right? I just, my only concern with the team, with the Thunder is, right, that man pulled up the clip. Look at him, look glazing. Bro, my only concern with the Thunder is how they match up with, because don't get me wrong, if they match up with the Lakers in a 7-game series, I don't know how that's gonna go. That's the thing. Because LeBron and Luka, in Austin, that dynamic versus SG, I don't know who's gonna make it out of that. I can't really choose, between those two, if they were to actually go against each other in the Western Conference. But my case for the Warriors is, though, right? Now, I get it. We didn't have the best. This ain't one of our best years now. I 100% know that. But if we make it out the first round, depending on who we play, we're going to be scary. Because of Jimmy's impact in the playoffs, it's legendary. He shown that he can literally carry a team to the finals. But now he's with Golden State.
Yeah,
and he
Jeremy
has Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And now he got Steph Curry and Draymond Green. And I'm not gonna lie. That can be good. The only problem is we don't have a big. If we had a big, oh yeah, we would have made it to the finals easily. But we don't have a big. We don't have a consistent big. See, with these other teams like the Lakers and stuff like that, they have multiple players in certain positions that are pretty good. Like the Thunder, you got J-Dubs, SGA, all these other players, Chet. They have players in each position. The Warriors just got experience, bro. That's why I picked them to make the Western Conference, because the Warriors got the most experience. And I'm not gonna lie, I can be proven wrong. We probably lose the second round, but the Warriors can't be overlooked. I know it's looking bad, but I feel like if we go against somebody I don't know, the Grizzlies or Nuggets, I ain't gonna lie, the Lakers are gonna give us problems. But if we go against a team like the Nuggets and Grizzlies and we beat them in the first round, I mean, shit, we can be scary. We can be scary. But now I'm being realistic. The Thunder and the Lakers are probably just gonna make it. I'm not gonna lie, because the Nuggets can make it, but I don't see the Nuggets. I don't know. This year I just don't see the Nuggets beating the Lakers or the Thunder. In a 7-game series. I can't see that happening. The way how the season's been going, the Nuggets are a scary team. Westbrook is playing amazing ball. Jokic, still one of the MVP runners. He's a dog. Aaron Gordon's doing what Aaron Gordon does, being a good role player. But I don't know. Jamal Murray, I thought after his 50-point game, he was going to step up and really be the Jamal Murray we know, but he kind of went back to being mid. So if he could just find that spark again in the playoffs, I could be proven wrong. The Nuggets can probably make it to the Western Conference Finals, but my picks right now to make it out the West, the Thunder or the Lakers, and the Warriors are going to be a sneaky one. Yeah.
I disagree.
Yep.
I disagree. I have to disagree with that whole entire thing, Mr. D'Lo Atkinson. D'Lo!
4 is greater than 0.
D'Lo, I got a question for you. The Warriors. Well, let's just stay on the topic of the Warriors real quick. Let's go there. Then
Someone pinched D'Lo. He must be dreaming.
Let's go. Let's go back to the topic of the Warriors, D'Lo. Y'all can't come out the West when y'all are 22-20 against Western Conference teams. 20 of your losses out of the 29 have came from the Western Conference. Y'all are 3-10 in the division. Y'all have lost to teams like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings, and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns.
This is before Jimmy, though. That's before Jimmy.
Before Jimmy. You're right. But let's go with the topic of the Thunder and the Lakers, right? Which team will come out of there real quick? Let's go to that real quick. When we played the Lakers this year, we held arguably the greatest player of all time. Arguably the greatest player to wear number 23. To even wear purple and gold. LeBron James. We held him to not just 10, but 12 points. Lou Dort had him in a torture chamber. And so we're not worried.
He's 40.
We want them problems. We want them problems. We want the Lakers. Now back to the Warriors. Mr. D'Lo, how many times has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fried your team? Not once, not twice, not 3 times, multiple times. Hey, Mr. D'Lo, I got a question for you. Do you remember this season how much Shai had when he came to Chase Center? It was like not 30 points, not 40. 52 points on the Warriors' head. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 52, and you were very lucky that the team didn't show up. Lou Dort was out there doing cardio. He only had 4 points on 36 minutes. I mean, J-Dubs played his part, had 26, but 52. He cooks Curry every time he plays him, Mr. D'Lo. Cooks him every time. We want them problems. Please give us the Warriors in the finals. I mean, in the conference finals. We want them.
You really want Steph?
We want Steph in the playoffs. Shai wants those problems. We have Shai. We have Lou. We have J-Dubs. We have iHeart. And we have Chet Lincoln. We have them all.
Yeah, I know.
We have them. We want them. And coming off the bench, we got Mr. Isaiah Joe. We got Jay Will. We got Caruso. We got Cason Wallace. We want them problems. We want all them problems. Look at
OKC really does have like the best
we have a complete roster
in the league.
Thank you. We have a complete roster. We have the best roster in the NBA. We have the MVP. SGA will be the first player in our franchise history to win MVP and an NBA championship, let alone give him Finals MVP as well. Might as well ring us. What's your ring size, Shai? What's your ring size? Because we're taking it back home. He's bringing a home.
He took Luka and Kyrie. Luka and Kyrie to beat y'all last year.
Because, and that's the thing right there. That's the thing I love to bring up too. We didn't have experience last year, which is fine. That's SGA's, his second time being in the playoffs? Second time with the Thunder being in the playoffs. It was J-Dub's first time, Chet's first time, Josh Giddey's first time. Oh my God, we're on national television. Because they don't nationally televise our games. They were very shocked to even be on ESPN. They were very shocked to even be center stage. Take a look at this now. They still don't even nationally televise our games. That's okay. We are the underdogs. Even though we're the number 1 seeded team, everyone hates us. That's fine. But when we step in the playoffs this year, and we spank every team that steps foot in Paycom Center, or we walk in your trap and take over your trap, we're going to the finals. Please give us Boston. Please give us Cleveland. We want those problems. We want all of them. And I see Shannon Sharp saying stuff about Shai. I see him talking about the Thunder. Please give us the Lakers. Please give us them. Please. For the love of God, give us them. We'll take out LeBron. We'll take out Steph. Give us all of them. We'll take out even Houston. And Jokic, the MVP, Shai had 40 on him. And we won. Come on now.
That charity stripe must be going crazy, man.
Charity stripe, and I would love to bring that up. I mean, Shai was averaging 35 points this past week, 35 points this past week, right? He put up 100, thumbs up. He put up 178 points this last week, D'Lo. Only 24% of his points came from the free throw line. 24. He was hooping, D'Lo. Straight hooping,
nice, bro.
Straight hooping, bro. That's my MVP.
It's not him. It's not him. It's everybody else.
J-Dubs, look at my All-Star. J-Dub's gonna show up. He's gonna show up. He gonna show
Right.
up. When I met SGA, I shook his hand. I said, "Let's go get a chip this year." He said, "I got you, little bro." He said, "I got you, little bro." That's what he told me.
That's cap.
That's what he told. Yo, come on, don't say that's cap. We got. He said, "I got you, little
You
bro."
were too scared to say anything.
No, I said you gonna give me 40 tonight against the.
You've never seen so much aura in your life.
There's actually a very funny story about how I met him, and we'll talk about that later. But you see that jersey, that sweatshirt you wearing right there that says Washington? I said, "You gonna give us 40 against them?" He said, "We'll see." He said, "We'll see." He said, "We'll see." He gave him 30. It's okay though. It's okay. A smooth 30, and he was sitting out by the time fourth quarter. He was laying up on the bench like this, watching the bench smack the starters. JP13 couldn't do nothing.
Of course, he scored 30. If he never scores below 30, he's so consistent.
So
his life is consistent. So consistent.
Life is consistent.
Word of the day: consistent.
Consistent.
consistent. However you spell the rest.
You know what, D-Lo? Even on his off night, he'll still have more points than your favorite player. He'll still have more points, if not the same amount of points as Curry on Shay's off
I'm
night.
not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Jeremy. If OKC were to go against the Warriors in the playoffs, we beating y'all, bro.
No, y'all not. We'll let Draymond. We will leave Draymond. Hey, don't even guard Draymond. Don't even guard Draymond. Just let's go guard Steph. That's it.
Steph in the playoffs, you don't want them.
Who we have to guard? All we got to guard is Jimmy, Steph, and Dre. Who else we got to guard?
You don't got to
Pozeski? That's his name? Man, leave that brother open. Leave that brother open. Who else we got to guard?
Steph in the playoffs is crazy, bro.
Man, got to guard nobody.
Bro, that boy told to ring me in the third quarter in the finals, bro.
Look who he was going against. That sorry Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown team. They wasn't even ready.
They won the championship like 2 years after.
They weren't experienced. They were going against an experienced Warriors team, and Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins was balling his mind off. Andrew Wiggins, Klay, Steph, JP13. I mean, wow, that roster was loaded. That roster was loaded.
But people still didn't have us going to the finals.
I didn't. I for sure didn't. But they were.
They had like everybody else going to the finals.
I thought the Grizzlies was gonna whoop y'all. I thought D Book was gonna put y'all out on Dylan Brooks, not Devin Book. Dylan Brooks was gonna put y'all out, but he's sorry, so he ain't.
No, the only reason I feel like y'all made it to the finals is because y'all injured Ja.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Bro, the Grizzlies. Now, Joe, come on.
No, they still. I forgot what game it was. I don't know if it was like game 6 or whatever. Like when he wasn't in, without Ja, they still gave you a run for like their money. Like imagine if Ja was in, y'all were not winning that game.
Jaren Jackson was hooping. Jaren Jackson was hooping that series.
Bro, I can say the same thing about the Lakers.
Don't talk about my Lakers.
No,
D-Lo.
he messed up his hand, and he literally, bro, he took the Lakers to like 6 or maybe 5 or 6. But he messed up his hand so bad, like he couldn't shoot. Like he just kept driving in. I think it was like the year after, like the 2023 playoffs. Like where he played.
Why? I've never heard of this.
No, you remember that clip of him trying to dunk on LeBron? He messed up his hand bad. Like he had a wrap all
dunking
over.
on LeBron.
He was trying to. Like
Ja?
Ja, yes, in the playoffs.
I don't remember it.
I think I remember the clip.
It probably happened.
We got to pull up that clip later. We're going to have to pull up the clip later.
But bro, I'm just saying, like Golden State. First of all, the Suns were favored to go out, but they lost to the Mavericks. We beat the Nuggets.
Isn't that the series that Devin Booker got
Yeah.
That's when the Luka Suns thing. Luka was sunning him.
And then the Lakers. Who did they lose to? Bro, I don't think the Lakers made the. Did they make it?
There was one year the Lakers went out first round. There was one of them they went out the first round. Was that the year? Has LeBron ever missed the playoffs when he played for the Lakers?
Yeah, he missed it his first year.
Or 2020 or 2019. Yeah.
Was that the year he also went out too, or no? I could have swore he made it that year. I could have swore he made it.
Nah, he was injured for 62 games, something like that.
Yeah,
they just didn't make it. It was bad.
Yeah,
and he came back and won a chip. You know.
No, I'm talking about that year you're talking about. The year the Warriors won. Was that 21?
21-22.
Yeah, I thought they did make it that year.
Nah, because I'm not gonna lie. That year was weird because it was like we made it, but like, because mind you, Clay came back mid-season. We weren't really like that good. Like we were so inconsistent. That's why I was surprised we made it that far because we were so inconsistent. But once we went to the playoffs, like we just went crazy and we won the championship.
Well, the Lakers didn't make it. They didn't make it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, the Lakers didn't make it.
They didn't make it that year because
the Jazz made it over them.
What? That was the year when they had. What? This is 21-22.
Yeah,
was this the Westbrook year or?
Yeah, this is when Russ played for the Clippers.
Wait, he played. For
No. He played for the Clippers. Then 2022, 2023. That's when he played. This is the end of the Westbrook era. This is the last year of Westbrook for the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah, this is the last year.
Okay,
and then,
it was that year.
Yeah, this is the last year.
Yeah.
And then he was getting ready.
Carmelo.
Yeah, this is when Melo came in. Yeah, this is the last year he went in. Then he got traded, or it was traded or signed to the Clippers. No, he got traded to the Jazz, and then he got sent over to the Clippers.
Yeah, sent over to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, like Steph I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Steph in the playoffs, I don't know. I don't know if y'all want them problems. Really.
I want those problems.
You know how Steph can be in the playoffs. You remember the last time we played? You know what I'm saying? Your boy KD, man, we beat y'all so bad. Your boy jumped ship. That's crazy. Me personally, see, and I ain't gonna lie. You guys recovered so well from that, because I'm not gonna lie, that can ruin a franchise. That can really ruin a franchise. You guys said okay, and even when he left, y'all got Paul George and all that.
And like, he did his part. He did his part, and then got gamed on by Dame.
But trading him was the best thing y'all could have did.
Because guess what we acquired? Mm-hmm. I still remember those reports. Who is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Who is that? I still remember that.
I got hella draft picks. I think J-Dubs is one of the draft picks y'all acquired from the Clippers.
And look at us now. If the Clippers keep falling, we're going to get another draft pick. We're going to get another lottery pick, because that last pick that we acquired was this year's draft pick. And if the
when y'all got Chet, I knew it was Raps. Like, I knew OKC was going to be different.
You know that,
Chet, ever since high school, he's been nice. Chet was cooking curry in high school at his camp too.
Ironic enough. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that. One alone. I'm gonna leave that right over there. But D'Lo, you know that, right? Wherever the Clippers end up this year, right, is where our draft pick's gonna lie at, and we'll get another top recruit in this year's draft class. So we're set for life. We're basically
they
set.
gotta have like a GM Hall of Fame,
and we're gonna put Sam Presti up there. Sam Presti deserves a statue in Oklahoma City once we win a chip this year. Deserves it is Russ, Kevin Durant, Shai, and Sam. Already retired
Serge?
number 2.
No Serge.
What did Serge do for us?
Serge Ibaka.
He was just cooking. He was Chef Serge. That was it. He ain't do nothing for us. We ain't win no chip. Nick Collinson definitely deserves a. And he did.
Yeah,
he did.
That's the dude who spent like 20-something years on OKC.
Yep, he deserves it.
I was about to say his name, but I didn't know.
He hooped for us. Shout out to him. He did it. He did his part. Did his role for us.
Shout out to Andre Roberson.
If the injury never happened, that might have been the best defender in the league. But then he's now hooping in Bagistan or wherever it is. But I don't know where dude's hooping at. But moving on to our next topic. Our next topic is actually a clip that we're going to be reacting to. Our first time reacting to a clip on the podcast. JD Bickerstaff slammed. He slammed the table and storms out of an interview. So we're going to react to it. We're going to have our thoughts on it, and let's get into it.
The level of disrespect was above and beyond. They have a guy fall down and trip on his own teammate's foot. They review us for a hostile act. They throw an elbow to our chest, neck area. I asked for him, at least take a look at it, right? Just show us the respect to take a look at it, okay? No one would take a look at it, okay? The disrespect has gone far enough, and I'm not going to allow our guys to be treated the way that they were treated tonight. Okay, I tried to have a conversation with official. The official was arguing with Mark. I say his name one time, and he screams at me and tells me that's enough. Right? We understand that we play a style of ball that's physical, it's on the edge. Right? I coach my ass off with a passionate way. I'm into the games. Our players are into the games. We understand that. Right? But we deserve a level of respect because we're competing our tails off and bringing something positive to this league. Right? We're growing young players. Our young players are competing their tail off. The least that they could do is get the same respect that everybody else in this league gets and get refereed the same way that everybody else in this league gets ref. And enough is enough of it. And what you saw tonight was disgusting. It was a disgusting display of disrespect towards our guys and what we're trying to do.
JD Bickerstaff is obviously upset with the officiating against the Oklahoma City Thunder. After watching that video, what is your thoughts about that?
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. That what we just saw just now is like a passionate coach that is like behind his players 100%. Because you gotta realize, like, JP didn't he used to coach for the Washington Wizards, or am I tripping, Jeremy?
JD Bickerstaff coached for the Cavs. He was with the Cavs.
Oh, Cavs.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He goes to an organization of the Detroit Pistons. Prior to this season, these guys had nothing to play for at all. And in his perspective, he's like on a prove it kind of deal with the head coaching job. Because look at the Cavs now. The Cavs got one of the best records in the league because he's gone now, and they got another coach. So he's kind of like it. I'm speaking off of his perspective. He's like, bro, I'm trying my hardest to get my team in a position, win a game against the best team in the NBA, and the referees are making it difficult for him to obtain that job because he's trying to look out for his players. He's trying to, kind of help his players, like guide them, like through the game as a coach should against the best team in the NBA. But when the referees are like preventing his players to have any momentum as a head coach, and from what he's been experiencing, I can see why he got frustrated the way how he got frustrated. Like he said in the interview, he's like, at least check out for the, arm and the physical contact. I'm not asking for every play to be called a foul, but call it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's what basically he was trying to say. Just call it both ways, be fair, officiate the game the best as you could. Because, I mean, like you said, it's been that, like, you look at college basketball, right? My team, North Carolina, lost the ACC championship game semifinals to Duke because of a lane violation. In the NBA, they're not calling no lane violation like that. They could call it, but they're not going to call it as much as it is in the NBA. Like, because the NBA is kind of looked at as like a game, like people could just watch, like entertainment, scoring, this and that. But the referees, I guess now, are not really officiating the game how it's supposed to be, like Olympic style. You go to the Olympics, it was straight hooping. Forget all that scoring and stuff like that. Offense, defense, this and that. And the officials, you can tell with Team USA, they was kind of getting frustrated with the officials. And that's why teams like Serbia gave them a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not used to that style in officiating. So, yeah, I mean, look, he has every right to feel emotional because that's his team. And the Detroit Pistons made it a long way. And because, look, they're about to go to the playoffs. And I think that's another concern, too. They about to go to the playoffs, and the referees going to have to be on point in the playoffs. He's not trying to deal with those situations that he's dealing with right now in the regular season in the playoffs. So, yeah, no, JP Bigger, he's been through a lot. This is his new team. his former team's having the best season they ever had in franchise history. So, yeah, I just think he just, want to rally behind his players and make sure, everything is, called on both sides and the game is fair.
I think it's fraud. I think for him, I agree. It's when you're having a team, when you're in a game like this, where you're the Detroit Pistons, and again, like you said, he's coming to a team that arguably had their franchise worst record. They were a terrible team last year. And I don't know who was worse, them or the Wizards. But now you look at them now, and they're one of the top seeded teams in the Eastern Conference. And you're playing against the best team in the NBA. So obviously this is a statement game. Not only is this a regular game, but this is a statement game to show that the Pistons are contenders. And I can see if you ever played basketball, if you ever coach basketball, you ever even stepped on the court with the team, if the officials are not on your side or not playing fairly, officiating the game fairly, or even, officiating against you, I would say, the game's harder for you. It's a harder game when you're playing against another team and then you're also playing against the officials. The game's instantly harder. And losing Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham was ejected from the game. He had 2 technicals. So losing Cade, you're not getting the officials to call fouls for you. Yes, I can understand the frustration from him. Now on the other side, forget what he was talking about. Shea gave it to him. 48 on the night. Let's just let that be known. Only 10 free throws. He had 38 points if we're not going to count the free throws. I mean, he was baking them in the fourth quarter. I mean, let's just talk about isolation basketball. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, was frying their team left and right. You can't stop that. But that's not the point, though, right?
Just to piggyback off of what both of y'all said, y'all just stole the words out of my mouth. You guys just stole the words out of my mouth.
Josiah.
Joe.
So this is our last topic before we go into the Himothy Award of the week. But this is our last topic, and it's one more reaction clip that we actually didn't get to do because we were on vacation. We would say we were on vacation. But it's when LeBron G-checked Stephen A. Smith. Y'all see it right here.
Get my son's name out of your mouth.
Stephen A. Smith said that it wasn't a basketball player that came up to him. It was a dad who came up to him. So an angry, furious dad who came up to him and told him how he felt about you talking about my son. So, Joe, this is your favorite player. LeBron is your favorite player. We know that. How do you feel that did LeBron handle this in the right way? Because Stephen A. thinks that he should have handled it privately and not in front of everyone in a stadium like that. So how do you feel about that?
My man. Where's my man? Sorry, my fault. Devin told me to say it. First of all, I love that you said it wasn't a basketball player. It was a dad. You want to say something?
Man,
special guest.
I want to say something because what I think about that, I think it's just pure softness, honestly. Like, you're a grown man in the game, and your son a grown man in the game, and I don't care if he's your dad. Like, at the end of the day, millions of people gonna say whatever they want, and you let Stephen A. Smith affect you. Like, you're a grown man, you letting him affect you and your son. Like that's just childish. Like, at the end of Stephen, you should have slapped him across the face like Will Smith did. But
my thing about the whole situation is, I don't even think Stephen A. Smith actually was being deliberate at Bronny himself. I think because I watch First Take occasionally whenever on my free time, but whatever concern Stephen A. Smith had with Bronny, he put it on LeBron. Like, he's like, LeBron, why'd you put your son in a situation for him to be in that light in the first place?
He wasn't ready.
LeBron directly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, look, before Bronny was even drafted, LeBron said Bronny was better than half the people in the league. He said that in the tweet. Like, LeBron said that. And I think Stephen A., that's his job to cover that. That's his job. As a media, as a, personality, sports personality, that is his job to cover that stuff and have his opinion on that stuff. But what I'm trying to say is with the Bronny and LeBron. First of all, LeBron, Stephen A. has been on your neck your entire career. Skip Bayless have been in your neck your entire career,
and he hasn't said nothing to Skip. That's the thing.
Says nothing. It's like LeBron. I look at LeBron as because he's not like fazed by it because he don't address it. Like he just kind of just be like, like he be so chill. He be so laid back. But and I get it. His son is now like in the picture. But LeBron, you put your son in that situation to begin with. If you didn't do that, because mind you, say if Bronny made it to the league not on the same team as LeBron, this would have been different. But the fact that he's on your team and you got him on the same roster as you, anytime Bronny gets in the game, he's going to get criticized. And bro, and here's the thing, like you said, Jeremy, people already question if he should even be there.
That's the thing.
Problem.
That's the thing.
That's the main problem. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying Stephen A. Smith is perfect or he shouldn't be criticized. I feel like he should be criticized. But bro, your focus, and I get it, you're from a father aspect, okay, you got it, LeBron, as a father. But bro, not in front of where everybody can see, where the cameras are rolling. You can't do that when the cameras are rolling. You got the locker room, like he's got courtside seats, bro. You could have just addressed them like privately, man to man. I don't want this situation to be dragged out to where it's like more than like the basketball itself, where it's like y'all might like y'all having to scrap. I don't want that, bro. I don't want that. Because, look, at the end of the day, they are African Americans. They're black. Like, you don't want that light to be dragged, like, nationally, where people could be like, oh, LeBron James is an unprofessional athlete. Like, he can't do this. He can't do that. And I know LeBron don't let that stuff faze him because he is the most accomplished basketball player of all time. He don't let that stuff like faze him. But it's like, bro, you are bigger than this. You are 40 years old, Bron. And look, that's not your only son. Your other son is going to come into the league too. And you, when you're gone out the league someday, you are going to hear other people talking about your sons because of your name. Because of your name, that's what comes with it, bro. You're LeBron James, man. Michael Jordan's sons, they aren't nothing. Like no one talks about them. They literally flamed Jordan because of his sons, and he don't let that faze him.
Not at all.
What I'm trying to say with LeBron is, bro, there's other ways you can address it, bro. Look, Stephen A. have been critic of you your entire career, and I get it. Your son got involved in the middle of it, cool. But bruh, this is ESPN we're talking about. This is First Take. As a business, as marketing, that's what they're going to do. They're going to cover the hot topics. They're going to cover you. They're going to cover your son because now your son also plays in the league. So instead of, waiting until the middle of the game to address somebody, and I get it, he was on site. That's the term. He was on site. But, bro, Stephen A. was taken back because, bro, like, he was just there to watch his favorite team go against the Lakers. And then he just got pulled up on by a 6'9", 260-pound man. Like, hold on, what's going on? And so that's why he didn't react to LeBron. Yeah, 250. Yeah, like, he was taken back. And so now he went on his little show and ESPN to adjust the situation. So, yeah, I just don't want this to be more than what it is right now. Because, I don't think it's that, like, necessary to do all that.
Yeah, I agree. Stephen A., what is his job? He is a journalist. He works for the biggest sports media company in the world, in ESPN. Look what he's doing. This was not only a topic that they discuss of Bronny. I mean, LeBron, you put this guy in this situation. You put your son in this situation. First and foremost, by him being the last pick in the draft. Putting him in the draft class was already an issue with a lot of these players because there's thoughts that there's many players who could have been that selection of Bronny. They could have been that slot. Where Bronny took that slot, another player was quote-unquote better than Bronny and could have been drafted. But Bronny took that spot, and that already brought in a lot of hate. And again, like you said, drafted to the Lakers. First off, if you're even not even LeBron James' son, you just a regular no-name player coming to the league, you're getting drafted to one of the biggest franchises in sports history. You already have a target on your back if you play bad. We saw what they do to players when a player on the Lakers played bad. Kuzma, Lonzo, Russ, all of them. When they play bad, they're on their necks. Look at the Knicks. You get drafted to the Knicks, you play bad, they're on your neck too. So it's like you already have a target on your back when you go to the Lakers. And to let alone the fact that you said your son is better than most of the players in the NBA, obviously ESPN wants to talk about that. You're LeBron James' son. You're going to be talked about. And let alone, he is a grown man, 20 years old. You're still defending a 20-year-old? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I get it. If this was Sierra Canyon Bronny, Blue Chips Bronny, when he's young, I get it. 100% if Stephen A's talking trash about your son. But Bronny is 20 years old, 19 years old, grown man. He plays in the NBA. The media is going to talk about you because you play in the NBA, let alone the fact that you carry the James name. Bronny should be played one more year in college, but you rushed him into the league so you can get that little moment they had in the beginning of the season. That was a cool little picture moment. Cool. First father-son duo. That's cool. But what has he done? He's just been hooping for the G League team. I mean, that just showed that he should have stayed in college. But man to man, coming to him in the middle of the game, not even after the game, before the game, but middle of the game, third quarter timeout. Yeah, bro. We could have, I mean, like Stephen A said, you have his phone number. Why not call? Stephen A's willing to fly out late night just to come see you play against the Knicks. He would be surely love to fly out there and have a conversation with you. And if Bronny feels some type of way, he could be there too and talk as well. And if Bronny even had an issue, why isn't Bronny saying something? I think it's handled poorly by LeBron James. It was poorly handled by Rich Paul. Rich Paul advising him maybe to do this. I don't know why Rich Paul didn't say anything, but I believe that this was handled poorly by LeBron James. And to embarrass him, I think he embarrassed himself and embarrassed Stephen A. Smith in front of 50,000 people in attendance at Crypto Arena. We'll move on to our last topic, which is the Himothy Award of the Week.
Okay. All right. Episode 4. D'Lo's Himothy of the Award of the Week is a guard. Another guard. He is an international player. He is on Canada's national team.
Damn.
And his name, he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, also known as SGA. He is my Himothy of the Week award winner. Let me tell you. All right. See, because don't get me wrong. I've been wanting to put him in here. Canada's own. 6'7".
6'7".
Point guard. My Himothy award winner, 6'6" point guard from out of OKC. This SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I've been waiting to put him. I've been waiting for like a solid week for me to put him in, because I mean all year he's been playing out of his mind. W pitcher. He's been playing out of his mind. He is most definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I think the MVP race is over. I think he is the MVP of this season. He has so many 40-point games, 30-point games. Not only that, his individual stats, but he is also the leader of the team with the best record in the NBA. The regular season in total, he averages 33 points a game, He shoots 52% from the field goal, averages 5 rebounds a game and 6 assists. And for him to just be able to game in, game out, um, lead his team against high caliber teams like the Nuggets and get a win and a win against Detroit, almost dropping 50 against Detroit. He dropped 50 against the Houston Rockets, and he's just doing it effortlessly. Now, I will say he is shooting a lot of shots, but I mean, he has to. He is their guy. He is their scorer. He is their go-to person. Chet Holmgren, it's been injured pretty much a lot this season. J-Dubs, he's starting to come back from injury and stuff like that. He got injured, but throughout that absence of his second or third options on his team, he was still able to win games with the roster he has now. And so, SGA is going to win the MVP this year. He's going to have the number 1 seed in the West. Hopefully, I actually want to see the Thunder to make a run in the playoffs. SGA, if he continues to be the player I've seen him be all year, I mean, shoot, the sky's the limit. He has the, high chance of winning the NBA Finals this year and winning Finals MVP if his team, make it far enough. But yeah, SGA, what an incredible season. He has 66 games played. I mean, this is crazy. He don't take breaks, even against the teams that he can win against. He's there every day. He's not load managing. He's not pretending like he's hurt like some players are. And he's consistent, like he said. He's consistent.
Ironic. Mr. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent. So,
my whole life is consistent.
That's my Himothy player of the week. SGA.
Clap it up. I think this is first time in podcast history D-Lo and I have agreed on player of the week, because my player of the week goes to Mr. Consistent as well. Number 2, SGA as well. I mean, a phenomenal week he had. I mean, played against the little guy named Nikola Jokic. I mean, we're going to be sending him back home to his homeland so we can go play with his horses, because he ain't winning MVP this year, nor is he making it far in the playoffs, because SGA the Reaper is coming. And, 40 points against him. What did Jokic do? Didn't have 40. SGA had 40. 25, 34, 48, 31 on the week against 5 different teams. Against the Pistons as well. He had 48 on the Pistons, by the way. Let's just let that be known. Pistons, one of the best backcourt defenses in the league. 48 on them. Sorry about that. The Celtics, 34 against them. Sorry about that. But SGA scored 178 points this week. 35 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 in a block as well. That's an MVP type week as well, MVP type season. I mean, he shot 72% from the field this week. That is a crazy stat to even think about. Yes, D-Lo, you are correct. This dude shoots a lot of shots. He shot 85 shots, but he nailed 62 of them. 72% from the field. And the three-point ball, yes, shake and shoot, but it can be worked on. But 30% from three-point, that is almost league average. I mean, above league average. But also, let alone to beat the free throw merchant allegations, only 24% of his points came from the free throw line. I mean, that's crazy to think about. Yeah, he had that would be averaged off 8 free throws a game, but you take away how many points he had, that's only 24% of his points came from the free throw line, which that means he's getting buckets this week. He was getting buckets, league MVP, finals MVP. Go ahead, like I said. And Shannon Sharp, what he said, SGA, PGA, USA, Lakers in 5. No, sir. It's SGA's winning an MVP, and he's winning finals MVP. Hey, SGA, what's that ring size? You said what? Oh, got it. It's on the way. Already ordered. It's coming right there. And might as well, we're going to get 2 of them. We're going to get 2 of them. J-Dubs, what's your ring size? SGA, what's that ring size? Because we go into the chip. So, my player of the week as well, agreeing with D-Lo for the first time, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. maybe we might go 3 for 3 with Joe. With Joe, who is your player of the week?
For the first time in the Jeremy Arel podcast history, we did not go 3 for 3. I'm joking. It's Austin Reeves and Luka as a combined. You know, can I do that?
Okay.
Hey, they put on.
Joe. All right.
Hey, personally.
Okay.
Hold on.
Now, cook up, Joe. Let us know. Let us know. Okay. That I ain't gonna lie. I was not expecting you to say that, but hey, hey, because I'm not gonna lie. That
Better than the Shea performance this week?
All right. So on March 17th. Oh my gosh, hold on. Since March 14th, they've both been going crazy. On March 14th, Austin Reeves had 37 points, right? Luka didn't play that game, but skipped to the next game. March 16th, Luka had 33 points. And then March 16th, Austin Reeves had 28, right? And then next game, 30 and 21, 31 and 22. Throughout the past couple of games, they've just been averaging 50 plus. To me, that's crazy. You know, to have that as a consistent duo while LeBron's out, he's not playing, and for them to still win like big games, like the win over the Nuggets the other day, that was crazy. To not have LeBron as well, I mean, that was crazy. And I mean, in that game, Luka had 8 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. I mean, Reeves had 5 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block as well. Together, I mean, hey, they play good together. They play really good together. And I mean, I know it's not player of the week, but I would say, you know, like, together, they play really good. And they put up probably a little bit more than half of the whole team's points combined. Because the Lakers probably average, I don't know, probably like 80 to 90, somewhere in that range a game. And for them, for this past week to be averaging 53 points is crazy to me. And that's without LeBron. So I would just put them as a duo, but that's what I had to say. But, you know, Shea's, you know, he's a close second, I guess. But, yeah.
Hell?
I guess.
So,
you know,
we see that Joe has been only going for Los Angeles Lakers players, where he goes now LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka. D-Lo has went with Trae Young, Shea, and who else was it?
Cade.
And Cade. I went with Tyrese Halliburton, Karl Anthony Towns, and Shea. Oh, thumbs up. So we'll see who this week is now for our weekend basketball.
Next week it's Jackson Hayes. So just be ready for that.
All right.
Also, you know, out of the blue, Brunson Burner is probably the hardest nickname I've ever heard of all time. Brunson Burner. That's just so tough. All right. Yeah. I wanted to say that the entire podcast. I'm not going to lie. Brunson Burner.
Can you hit the Can you hit it real quick? Can you hit it real quick?
So tough.
Yeah, too bad he won't be doing it too much in the playoffs. He's going to be a first-round exit. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be the conclusion of episode 4. Wow, on episode 4, this is crazy. Getting ready for playoff time. April coming up soon. And coming into the last months of the last few days of March, going into April, and then we'll start the playoffs in late April. He said UNC's going all the way to win the Natty. Who? D-Lo. He said UNC's about to win. You want to say something?
Who's gonna win?
I'm telling you, Mr. Arel, he's delusional. He's delusional. He's delusional.
They're saying he's delusional.
He's not. They're not making something.
They're not winning.
They're not winning. You also said the Warriors were going to beat the Cavs.
Oh yeah, you want to hear this? Check this out. D-Lo said the Warriors are coming out of the West, and he said they're going to beat the Cavs in the NBA Finals.
Delusional.
Delusional. Yeah. I want pictures.
That's Joe. That's D-Lo. I'm Jeremy. And we'll
Yes,
see y'all
sir.
next week. Peace.